Hello Sagittarius, this is MagdalenaTarot. I'm here with the Prisma Visions tarot deck, a beautiful independently made deck. I'm just getting my camera in place here. Okay, perfect. So Sagittarius, this is a brand new channel, and if you're touched in any way by any of my readings, please subscribe to the channel, because that will tell me that I should carry on. Please like my videos, write messages, tune into me, connect with me. And my greatest passion is giving one-to-one readings. I like to interact directly with people, so please email me below if you would like a personal reading. This reading is not time specific. It's being done in June, but this reading could be something from your past that needs to be relooked at, revisited. It could be a reading for a friend or a loved one, in which case you might just have a message to pass on that they may not have received, because maybe they don't watch these videos. So it might be giving you some advice for somebody else. Also, it could be something about a future reading. So someone might be watching this a year after it's been done, and it might be relevant, or you might find it's relevant for you in the future. So come back to it if you need to. And lastly, you may not feel that you may not resonate directly with the reading, but you might just feel inspired by the cards, by my presence. If you like a reader, you often find yourself watching them every week, even though the messages aren't always specific to you, just because these cards, and here we've got the beautiful Empress at the bottom. I don't normally show it this way, but for whatever reason, Sagittarius, she needed to come out and speak to us. So what I want to say is that these cards, all tarot cards, it's a story. It's full of stories. It's one story that becomes many different stories, and each story has a teaching, a life lesson. It soothes us, it heals us, sometimes just to be in the presence of the cards and the archetypes, the energy of this fool's journey can inspire us, and it can teach us. So you just come to me, to the readings, or to any reader if you feel inspired, if you feel drawn in. And if you don't, if there's something you don't like, a reading that upsets you, something that's said that doesn't feel good, please turn it off, because this is really about inspiration. It's about guidance. It's about loving guidance. And if it doesn't give you a sense of peace or inspiration or fun or entertainment or anything positive, then turn it off. Thank you. That's my spiel done. I will try to shorten that over time. Let's get on with the reading, Sagittarius. Please bring messages, guidance, teachings in for Sagittarius or someone dear to them, someone close to them in their lives. You might be Sagittarius, Sun, Moon or Rising. You might have Sagittarius heavily somewhere else in your chart, and you may just be guided for some reason to a particular sign and you don't know why. So just follow your bliss, follow your intuition, follow what feels right. Intuition works in ways that our logical mind does not always understand. So angels, spirit guides, beings of love and light, please bring your messages in for Sagittarius. Okay, so we're cutting the deck on the Eight of Wands, which will be the root of your reading. Something at the base of something at the base of this situation is the Eight of Wands. Halfway through the deck, what splits the deck is the Two of Wands. So, first of all, what came into my head then when I saw this Eight of Wands was in other decks, the Eight of Wands is these wands, sticks, arrows, whatever, all moving in one direction. And here in this card, we just have these trees growing directly up with no obstruction. There's no obstruction. You can see before you is open space. And when also I looked, I saw then this, was it the Two of Wands I said? Two of Wands or Three of Wands? Anyway, what occurred to me when I saw that card that split the deck was also this waiting, this open space, but this space for opportunity that's opening up. So let's see how that relates to the other cards. Okay. So I'm going to start with a card which is at the heart of the reading, the theme at the heart of this reading, which is the Ace of Swords. So insight. Sagittarius. I'm wondering if there has been some sudden insight. See how the sword is planted in the ground. See how it sparkles and its energy kind of sparkles up into the stars. So with the Ace of Swords, it's kind of, I'm thinking in this case, an antenna. You've made your mark in something. You've had an impact. You've had an impact on a person, in a relationship, in a family situation, at work. Please apply it to your life in a way that resonates with something that's happening for you right now. You will know what that is, but something has had a sudden and a great impact. Something has had a sudden and a great impact, and that's what I'm feeling very strongly. Something has pushed through. Let's see what is the future card that's influencing this. Ooh, and we have the Lovers. So the coming together of two different, maybe even opposing. And when I say that, I'm thinking, in this card, we have a man and a woman together. So man and woman, opposing doesn't necessarily mean against each other, but different. And the Lovers, as was once thought of, it was once thought of as the choice. So there's this sense here of a decision having been made about something that touches your heart, something that's had a great impact. And with it being a major arcana card, this is something something that's been brought into your life that maybe wasn't something that was guided in with universally. Something that's come in from the universe that's forced you to take heed, to make a choice. And with the Lovers, and in this card, if you look at the people dancing, someone's being swept away here. I mean, there was no way, what I'm feeling is that there was no way to avoid this. There was some great sweeping off the feet, being swept away by something. Let's have a look at the card in the a hidden aspect, which could be unconscious. It could be feelings underneath the surface, something maybe other people don't see that you feel, something maybe you're not even aware of. And we've got the Three of Pentacles. So, a hidden aspect in this situation is that something is being slowly built up. Something is being gradually built up from the ground. And I'm noticing very much these sparkles I don't know if you can see them around the window. You know, there was some inspiration, some divine inspiration. So you've been divinely inspired by something that swept you off your feet. And that has brought such a sense that has planted itself completely, has embedded itself suddenly completely into your life or family or work situation. And it's something that has inspired this inner building up, this inner construction, this sense of inner grounding, unreal felt promise of something that could be. And here we've got the Two of Chalices, so it's very hard to think that this isn't about love. With the Lovers and the Two of Chalices, Sagittarius, it's very hard to think that this is not about love. Now, of course, if we put it in a wider context, there's more than one of you watching this. It could be a union at a workplace. It could be, you know, a partnership at work. It could be something, you know, two people rediscovering each other in a family, in a long established family. But it could be, though, also a relationship. A new relationship. With the aces, often it is a force of something new, a new force. When I say force, I mean like I'm thinking now Star Wars, force, energy. You know, it is sudden, abiding, new energy, piercing through, embedding itself suddenly, implanting itself completely into your mind, into your heart. And it's very clear for you what this is, what the meaning of this is. With the Ace of Swords, one has a great understanding about this situation. It feels clear, it feels understandable. It's something that makes sense to you. With the two, we've got the Ace in the middle, we've got the 2 above and the 3 below. We've got a 1, 2, 3. So there's a sense of this sudden realization of how right something is, how the coming together of two is the right thing, and how it creates inside of you this beginning of building something stable, something that has foundations deep within your body, your soul, your psyche, your inner world. Oh my goodness me. And we have the Star as a future influence, which could be advice. And more when I do these readings, I'm feeling that this is an advice card about the future. And we've got the Star. So this is a really, really very much an affirmation about the positive energy, the positive quality of this partnership. And I have to say partnership because I've got the Lovers and the 2 of Chalices together in one reading. So it has to be. This is a situation where there is a partnership. And I'm feeling a new partnership because it's interesting with the Ace of Swords. It could very well be a new realization about a long established partnership. It could be a rediscovery of something. But with the 3 of Pentacles, I don't have the 10 of Pentacles here. With the 3 of Pentacles, it is the the beginning of building or rebuilding some hope, some promise, with the star card, hope, promise. And the star card is asking you in the future position, it's asking you to believe in this. And I don't know that you even need that, because with these cards, they are just, I mean, it's just, with the Eight of Wands as well, which is, it's clear, fast moving energy. It's clear, it's open movement, it's potential, it's pure energy, pure potential, unobstructed growth. It's energy that moves in a way that allows for clear communication with the Ace of Swords and clear growth. And I almost, honestly, Sagittarius, I almost don't want to pull any more cards, because this is a very strong and very positive reading. I mean, it's astounding. The Lovers, the Star card, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. It's such... I mean, for me, all the cards are beautiful, and every situation has beauty, even the most painful ones, because sometimes we learn the most profound things from the most difficult situations. But I have to tell you here, I don't see anything difficult. However, I am going to pull a clarifier. I'm going to ask for clarification about this Two of Cups. I'm feeling nosy, and I want to know exactly what this situation is. Let's say the Two of Cups and the Lovers. We'd like some clarification, please. And this really wanted to pop out. It is, oh, it's the Queen of Cups next to the Two of Chalices, and I'm going to bring another one out with that one, which is the King of Wands. Oh, Sagittarius, we have a King of Wands. I'm not going to talk lots about the star signs. Needless to say, obviously the Queen of Chalices could be somebody with qualities akin to the water signs, and the King of Wands could be somebody with qualities akin to the fire signs. The two together, when we've got, I mean, I used to think that fire and water signs together, that didn't work. Fire, you know, is put out by water. The flames can be killed with water. However, the way that we have, for example, in Iceland, you know, bubbling, and that's suddenly what I'm seeing here. Hot springs, when we have volcanic, hot fire, fiery heated up earth with water, we get hot springs, which is just gorgeous if you've ever been into natural hot springs. When these two elements, fire and water, come together, they can create something wonderful. And I'm feeling that very strongly here, and somebody knows it. I don't know who knows it, but I'm telling you now, Sagittarius, somebody knows it, because with the Ace of Swords at the centre of this reading, somebody understands what this is. Somebody knows. Somebody really does. It's a couple. And that is not something that we can avoid. This is very clearly to me a love reading. But of course it could be a workplace. There could be a creative project. If you're an artist, I work with artists. I work in creative fields. So I like to think that artists might be watching this. It very well could be a creative project. The coming together of two different teams, two different energies, two different people, creative partnership, or two different artistic mediums. You know, it could be dance coming together with writing, you know, who knows what it is. But there is a coming together of two different elemental forces, whether it's a male and a female, two men, two women, two workplaces, that is just really has a beautiful synchronicity, that are mirroring each other, even with their differences, and this decision, this absolute clarity, Sagittarius, about the positivity, the resonance, the healing, the hope and the light that this union brings. And if you take a look at this star card right now, in the light of this, with this Queen of Cups and this King of Wands, I'm seeing very hot, glowing, fiery water. Let's clarify that star card. The Lovers, Ace of Swords moving into the star card. I mean, we can also be looking here at a partnership that is bringing somebody back to the purity of their true self. With the Ace of Swords and the star card together, I'm thinking true self. Something that brings you to an understanding about who you want to be, about your hopes, about your true desires. And this feeling inside of yourself that with this person by your side, you can truly build something. You can truly build something. Something with strong foundations, something that gives you inner stability. I'm asking for clarification now about this star card, and then we're going to finish Sagittarius, because I'm feeling that there's really not much to say. And when readings are so positive like this, I mean, there is really less to say, to be honest. What do we need to know? And then, oh my goodness me, this just keeps getting better. Okay, I'm going to stop there. We're clarifying the star card. The first card that came out was the Six of Pentacles. And look at the Six of Pentacles. Again, another two, another pair. So this is so clearly to me some kind of union, relationship. Two people, again, I will repeat. It could be two lovers. It could be two workplaces, two teams, two projects, two elements of two different things. I'm going to just talk about it as if it's a couple for now, because I'm just seeing 3-4 times now couples coming into the reading, images of couples. This is a situation where there is a balance of giving and taking, where there is a balance, where things can be materialized together on an equal level, where there is an understanding about how to work with fairness, with equality between two people. It's such a beautiful energy, and these are children. So there's something very pure and innocent in this Six of Pentacles about the way that the weight of duties, the weight of material, I'm hearing burden, or the burdens of life, the way that they're carried together, the way that something is shared between two people in terms of everyday life, of burdens, of responsibilities. Weight is shared between these two. So there's a feeling of fairness and a feeling of balance, an incredible feeling of balance that restores. Next to the star card, I'm feeling something that restores hope. Now, 4 cards that came out to just give us a little more understanding, and I'm going to finish the reading with these. I've got the 9 of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the 3 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. So with the 9 of Wands, there's this sense of having been through stuff. You know, this person here is wandering through the woods with their wand, and they're peering through it, and a sense of someone who's been through shit. Do you know what I mean? Someone who has lived, someone who is peeping through. And moving into the Knight of Chalices, there is suddenly a movement from this watchful place of experience, of possibly somebody who's lived, someone who's been through some stuff, and then this riding the wave, daring to move from that position, this safe space of their life, their experience, their history, of all the other things they've been through, a decision to go for it, to go for something, to ride on the wave of a feeling, an emotion, an opportunity, an opening with somebody or something, which leads us to the Three of Wands, which leads us to this feeling of this new door open, this new potential, this new energy, the potential of this new energy coming into our lives, which leads us finally to the Six of Wands, which is that this situation gives one a sense of moving. I mean, Six of Wands is very different from the traditional one. This is somebody moving in a boat. I always think this is more like the Six of Swords in traditional decks, moving towards a sunset, moving towards hope, moving towards promise. Traditionally, it's the Victory card. It's a card that separates us from the others, because I think we've dared to step out, to step away from our past, from our history, from our wounds, and take a risk. And we've discovered through this relationship, through this partnership, through this coming together of two souls, we've discovered hope and balance and equality and fairness and true understanding about what it takes to build something together. So I'm going to leave this reading there, Sagittarius, because it feels very beautiful. I'm feeling full of hope. It's a really wonderful reading. I hope this resonates for somebody out there. If this situation resonates, if you're in this situation, if you are looking for clarity, if the Ace of Swords is something you're looking for, I can tell you with this reading that really do believe in this. If this resonates, if there has been a partnership, if what I'm describing feels like it could be you or related to somebody you know, then let me tell you that with the Star card as a future advice or future influence, and the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, I'm telling you that this is something worth going for. So if there's a question about it at all, I would say trust it, believe, because this really is the real deal. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm sending you much Saggy, fiery love. Okay, goodbye.